প্ৰিয় দৰ্শক হাই স্কুল আৰু হাই ছেকেণ্ডেৰী টেটৰ লগত জড়িত পেডাগজিৰ কিছুমান প্ৰশ্ন গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ প্ৰশ্ন এই ভিডিঅ'টিত ডিছকাছ কৰিম প্ৰথম প্ৰশ্নটি হ'ল which teaching method emphasizes মানে গুৰুত্ব দিয়ে student centered learningত তলৰ কোনটো শিক্ষণ পদ্ধতিয়ে গুৰুত্ব দিয়ে lecture method project based learning teacher centered learning demonstration method শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটি হ'ব project based learning next প্ৰশ্ন the Socratic method of teaching primarily focuses on what Socratic method of teaching মূলত কিহত গুৰুত্ব দিয়ে memorization questioning and dialogue group work নে lectures শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ questioning and dialogueত গুৰুত্ব দিয়ে Socratic method next what is the primary goal of formative assessmentৰ প্ৰমুখ উদ্দেশ্যটো কি ডাইৰেক্ট উত্তৰলৈ যাওঁ to provide feedback for improving learning during the process next which of the following is an example of active learning তলৰ কোনটো active learningৰ উদাহৰণ শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ participating in group discussions next in differentiated instruction the teacher কি কৰিব uses the same teaching strategy for all students adapts teaching methods to meet the diverse needs of students, focuses only on gifted students, provides the same assignments to all students, adapts teaching methods to meet the diverse needs of students. Next, which pedagogy focuses on learning through experience and reflection, constructivism, behaviorism, experiential learning, direct instruction, experiential learning. Next, the flipped classroom approach involves what? Direct uttorle jao. Shuddha uttor students watching lectures at home and working on activities in class. Tak koy flipped classroom. Flip means alternative ba uluta. Which teaching method is best suited for promoting critical thinking? Critical thinking বঢ়াবৰ বাবে তলৰ কোনটো শিক্ষণ পদ্ধতি আটাইতকৈ ভাল lecture based teaching cooperative learning direct instruction problem based learning শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ problem based learning next scaffolding in education refers to what scaffolding বুলি এটা কনসেপ্ট আছে শিক্ষণত কি হয় ডাইৰেক্ট উত্তৰলৈ যাওঁ providing support to students until they can work independently ষ্টুডেণ্টক ছাপোৰ্ট কৰা যেতিয়ালৈকে তেওঁলোক ইণ্ডিপেণ্ডেণ্টলি কাম কৰিব নোৱাৰে নেক্সট দ্য মেইন পাৰ্পছ অফ কোপাৰেটিভ লাৰ্ণিং ইজ টু হোৱাট এনকাৰেজ collaborative work among students next which of the following is an example of a student centered teaching strategy demonstration direct instruction collaborative learning lecturing collaborative learning next in Vygotsky's zone of proximal development ZPD learning occurs best when direct uttorle jao students are provided with tasks slightly above their current abilities with guidance next the primary function of summative assessment is to what assign grades at the end of a unit or course in inquiry based learning students are encouraged to do what shuddha uttor discover knowledge through questioning and exploration next a major characteristic of constructivist teaching is what encouraging active participation and hands-on learning next which of the following strategies is most effective for promoting self-regulated learning shuddha uttor providing opportunities for goal setting and self-reflection next the concept of constructivist teaching was largely influenced by what it is John Dewey Benjamin Bloom Lev Vygotsky Jean Piaget shuddha uttor Jean Piaget next the use of visual aids such as charts or diagrams in teaching is primarily associated with which learning style shuddha uttor visual learning next the main goal of formative feedback is to what the main goal of formative assessment assessment or feedback শুদ্ধ উত্তৰটি হ'ব help student understand what they have learned and how they can improve next which approach emphasizes the importance of social interaction and collaboration in learning শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ constructivist pedagogy next the primary focus of differentiated instruction is to do what to address the diverse learning needs and styles of students which of the following is an example of experiential learning? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ participating in a science experiment. Bloom's taxonomy of learning domains categorizes learning into which of the following areas? Cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains. Next, which of the following is a feature of the direct instruction teaching method? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ teacher-centered, structured lessons with clear objectives. Next, in a flipped classroom model, which activity is typically done outside of class? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ watching pre-recorded lectures. Next, the primary focus of a behaviorist approach to teaching is what? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ observing and modifying observable behaviors. Next, a teacher who incorporates students' prior knowledge into the lesson is practicing what? Constructivist teaching. Next, which of the following is most likely to occur in a learner-centered classroom? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ students engage in collaborative problem solving. Next, the use of technology in education to engage students and enhance learning is known as what? TET integration. A key characteristic of inquiry-based learning is to do what? Students work to find answers to open-ended questions. Next, which teaching strategy involves the teacher acting as a facilitator rather than a direct instructor? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ cooperative learning. What does the term scaffolding refer to in education? Providing temporary support to help students achieving learning goals. What is the primary focus of Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ that individuals have different kinds of intelligences such as linguistic, logical, and interpersonal. In problem-based learning, the role of the teacher is to do what? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ present problems for students to solve through inquiry and research. Next, which of the following is an advantage of using formative assessments in the classroom? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ it provides ongoing feedback to improve student learning. A teacher who uses real-life scenarios and practical examples to teach is applying which pedagogical approach? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ experiential learning. Which of the following best describes differentiated instruction? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ adapting the curriculum to fit the needs of different learners. Which approach encourages students to learn by doing and involves active participation? Constructivist learning. The Montessori method of education primarily focuses on what? Student-driven, self-paced learning with hands-on activities. Next, what is the purpose of using a think, pair, share strategy in the classroom? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ to promote collaborative learning and discussion. Next, which of the following is a feature of constructivist teaching? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ encouraging students to construct their own understanding through exploration. Next, the zone of proximal development ZPD is a concept in which educational theory? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ social constructivism. Next, what is a characteristics of inquiry-based learning? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ encouraging students to ask questions and investigate answers. Next, which teaching method uses simulations and role plays to enhance student learning? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ active learning. Which assessment type is designed to measure what students have learned at the end of an instruction unit? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ summative assessment. Next, which of the following best describes a constructivist classroom environment? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ students engage in hands-on activities and collaborative learning. Next, which learning theory emphasizes the role of reinforcement and punishment in shaping behavior? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ behaviorism. A lesson plan that includes activities catering to visuals, auditory, and kinesthetic learners is an example of শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ differentiated instruction. The primary goal of using open-ended questions in the classroom is to do what? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ encourage critical thinking and discussions. Which teaching method involves students working together to solve problems or complete tasks? শুদ্ধ উত্তৰ cooperative learning. আমি 50টা প্ৰশ্ন এই ভিডিঅ'তে ডিছকাছ কৰিলোঁ, বাকী আমি নেক্সট ভিডিঅ'ত কৰিম। ধন্যবাদ।